Hello folks, and welcome to HoppiesTV.com. I'm Dave Andress, here to give you the nitty-gritty background on how guns get dirty and what you can do about it. The newest and best answer is Hoppe's Elite, the gun care system that works in a whole new way, because it takes clean all the way down to the molecular level. But first things first, let's zero in on the biggest enemy of every gun in your safe. It's carbon. It's here, hanging on for all it's worth to the metal that has everything to do with your ability to shoot straight, right inside the bore, building up over time and wreaking havoc on your aim. You can't do much to stop it, but you can sure as heck get rid of it with Hoppe's Elite. Now, nobody would blame you for expecting me to be talking about good old Hoppe's number 9, the famous gun cleaner we all know and love. I tell you, just the scent of Hoppe's number 9 really takes me back. It's just that now you've got another option for getting that gun clean as a whistle, one that relies on a whole new science to dig carbon deposits from deep within the pores of your barrel. Fact is, Hoppe's Elite Gun Cleaner was originally developed to clean critical components of F-18 fighter jets, which is something even the biggest fans of Hoppe's number 9 have to respect. You just can't get any cleaner. Here, let me show you what I mean using this very popular rifle, the Remington 700 in 270, which I have set up in my Kolpin sight vise gun mount, which has many uses such as a vise for shooting, minor gunsmithing, or for mounting optics. Step number 1, regardless of the cleaner you choose to use, is to always make sure your gun is unloaded before you start. On a bolt-action rifle such as this, the first thing I like to do is take the bolt out. On the Remington 700 firearm, the bolt lock is under the trigger guard, pressing up, removing the bolt. Then I always make sure I've looked down the barrel itself to make sure I have no brass, no ammunition. The next thing I always like to do is use my Hoppe's bore light to look inside, just to see how bad the fouling really is. Yep, definitely needs some attention. Next, I insert my Hoppe's Universal Bore Guide here into the breech because it keeps solvents from dripping into the action, and more importantly, it prevents accidental metal-to-metal contact between the rod and the bore. You really want to protect that rifling. So then, you spray Hoppe's Elite Gun Cleaner right inside the bore from the muzzle end of bigger caliber guns like this. Of course, for smaller calibers, you'll want to thoroughly soak a clean patch with Hoppe's Elite Gun Cleaner and slide that patch into the bore with your rod. And listen, you gotta make sure that board is completely coated, so don't be shy about it. The top choice for a cleaning rod is Hoppe's Elite Stainless Number because its seamless one-piece construction also eliminates metal-to-metal contact. It's as light and strong as they come and features interchangeable rods and handles. That's pretty slick. The next thing you do is maybe the hardest of all, and that's to take a little break. Maybe up to 5 minutes, depending on the degree of fouling inside your gun. Judging by the looks of this bore right here, I have just enough time to tell you that Hoppe's Elite Gun Cleaner is unique for its ability to penetrate and clean the molecular pores of the steel, digging deep to remove the carbon, lead, and copper deposits that have been there since who knows when. Okay, next up is the bore brush. This Hoppe's phosphor bronze brush with its stout but gentle bristles that you can wash up afterward. Or, if you prefer, this Hoppe's Tornado brush with its special spiral wound design which replaces bristles with stainless steel loops. Just run the brush through from the breech end of your firearm so as to avoid accidental introduction of debris into your gun's action. 2 or 3 times up and down the full length of the bore. 1, 2, and 3. Next comes a dry cleaning patch, which provides you your first good opportunity to see just what a good job Hoppe's Elite does when it comes down to removing all that bad stuff. taking full advantage of advanced aerial solvents and surfactants to simultaneously clean and condition your bore. Now, there's a couple of dime store words for you: aerial solvents and surfactants. Okay, use your rod to gently slide the patch through the bore, again from the breech end. You want a tight fit in there, so consider using a double thickness or maybe a jag tip. Your goal, of course, is to remove all visible signs of fouling, and Hoppe's Elite Gun Cleaner will get about 98% of the deposits on the very first pass. But if that dry patch doesn't come out white or at least light gray, repeat the whole process over and over until it comes out clean. It could take from 4 to 8 passes depending on the fouling in the bore. And while you're repeating those steps, keep in mind that Hoppe's Elite is by far the fastest and most effective gun cleaner around, because it gets after deposits other cleaners can't touch. Plus, regular use can reduce future maintenance time by up to 80%. Folks, I've just shown you what might be described as the regular way of cleaning a gun. Now it's time to tell you about a whole other way to go if what you need is a quick, short-term cleaning. Say out in the field after a hard day's hunt, or maybe you've encountered a little more moisture along the way. It's the Hoppe's Bore Snake, without a doubt the fastest bore cleaner around, because you can do 3 steps in one simple pass. This part loosens large particles. This bronze brush scrubs out the remaining residue, and this fluffy patch swabs the bore clean. Here, let me demonstrate. The Hoppe's Bore Snake earned a United States patent for its one-piece design. And better still, the darn thing is machine washable. There you go, just like that. Now friends, one of the consequences of a thorough cleaning is that all the oils get stripped away, which means your gun needs to be re-oiled after each cleaning. And there's none better than Hoppe's Elite Gun Oil. Just a drop or two on a clean patch and run it through the bore, like this. The point is to get a light coat of oil throughout the bore for protection against inevitable onslaught of new carbon which seeks to attach itself to the metal. Hoppe's Elite Gun Oil is optimal protection against friction, wear, and corrosion for as long as 2 years. Not that you'd ever want to go that long between cleanings. And while you're at it, you'd do very well to apply that same thin layer of oil to all the moving parts, such as bolts, triggers, firing pins, springs, and so on. Same goes for the exterior surfaces. And don't worry, Hoppe's Elite Gun Oil poses no risk to wood finishes, so you really don't have to be careful. Well, there you have it, folks. One very clean gun, courtesy of the gun care people who bring you Hoppe's Elite Gun Cleaner. The molecular one that's odorless, non-toxic, biodegradable, and non-flammable. That was so easy. Man, what are they going to think of next? Well, thanks for watching. I'm Dave Andress for HoppesTV.com, and I'll see you next time.